Henry M. Stanley by Mark Twain. Address delivered in Boston, November, 1886. Chapter 1000. R. Clemens introduced Mr. Stanley. Chapter 50. Adies and gentlemen, if any should ask, why is it that you are here as introducer of the lecturer? I should answer that I happened to be around and was asked to perform this function. I was quite willing to do so, and as there was no sort of need of an introduction anyway, it could be necessary only that some person come forward for a moment and do an unnecessary thing, and this is quite in my line. Now, to introduce so illustrious a name as Henry M. Stanley by any detail of what the man has done is clear aside from my purpose. That would be stretching the unnecessary to an unconscionable degree. When I contrast what I have achieved in my measurably brief life with what he has achieved in his possibly briefer one, the effect is to sweep utterly away the 10-story edifice of my own self-appreciation and leave nothing behind but the cellar. When you compare these achievements of his with the achievements of really great men who exist in history, the comparison, I believe, is in his favor. I am not here to disparage Columbus. No, I won't do that. But when you come to regard the achievements of these two men, Columbus and Stanley, from the standpoint of the difficulties they encountered, the advantage is with Stanley and against Columbus. Now, Columbus started out to discover America. Well, he didn't need to do anything at all but sit in the cabin of his ship and hold his grip and sail straight on, and America would discover itself. Here it was, barring his passage the whole length and breadth of the South American continent, and he couldn't get by it. He'd got to discover it. But Stanley started out to find Dr. Livingstone, who was scattered abroad, as you may say, over the length and breadth of a vast slab of Africa as big as the United States. Chapter 1. T was a blind kind of search. He was the worst scattered of men. But I will throw the weight of this introduction upon one very peculiar feature of Mr. Stanley's character, and that is his indestructible Americanism, an Americanism which he is proud of. And in this day and time, when it is the custom to ape and imitate English methods and fashion, it is like a breath of fresh air to stand in the presence of this untainted American citizen, who has been caressed and complimented by half of the crowned heads of Europe who could clothe his body from his head to his heels, with the orders and decorations lavished upon him. And yet, when the untitled myriads of his own country put out their hands in welcome to him and greet him, well done, through the Congress of the United States, that is the crown that is worth all the rest to him. He is a product of institutions which exist in no other country on earth, institutions that bring out all that is best and most heroic in a man. I introduce Henry M. Stanley.